VidGamesFTW.
So welcome back.
Welcome back to controversial.
It's not controversial.
Controversy.
Anyway, so like, okay.
Yeah, I was saying before.
We talked about this with Chase too, in our Odyssey playthrough. But,
Yeah, you did.
But basically, oh shit.
You can just climb back up there. It's fine.
I can climb the tree.
Not the tree, but if you go right there, go to the and then press R and jump to the roof, you can do that.
What?
Here, let me do it for you.
I've always had trouble getting up on that part.
You can do this.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, that. Thanks, brother. Give me the fucking controller, man. Yeah, so talking about superhero shit. It's funny too because we just finished. We watched Lego Batman, Batman Ninja, which is actually really cool.
Want to see.
Because it's a cartoon.
It's an anime.
Well, anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of the DC animated movies. Mario. But anyway, so it's fucking A. Okay. Also, so it was funny how I said I was hungry, and then like literally we got tacos like right after one of the last few episodes.
Well, he did.
Yeah. So now my thumb is greasy. Of course.
Yeah, I fell down the controller.
My left thumb, yeah. The thumb I need to control the fucking character, so you know that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Ow. So.
Anyways.
It's mainly the live action stuff, huh?
Sometimes.
Which would make sense.
Sometimes the live action, other times it can be like the animated stuff.
Because sometimes
saying,
even the animated ones are dumb.
Yeah.
But the live action ones are a special case.
I think it's just because like
because of how cinematic
really
they are.
Comes out at me. But I think it could also be just because of the fact that like sometimes they'll go off of like the comics, and I don't read comics at all.
Neither do I. Neither does Mom. Well, she has some for DC, but
She has a shit ton. She has a
of older ones. She doesn't have any of the new ones.
I know.
Only some.
I'm just saying, like you know.
And here's the thing, though. It's because even some of the DC animated ones have been taken from New 52 and all that stuff, and they're gonna reboot it again if they haven't already. So it's very strange how it works, and it's weird, and like even taking that out of the equation, that usually only translates in the films up to their designs. If any actual storylines come out of it, we don't know it, and we just watch what we watch. We watch things as movies when they're supposed to be movies. You know, playing, watching a movie based off a game, and you don't know the game, then you're just watching it as a movie, you know? You can't exactly speak or relate to how it works as an adaptation because you don't know the source material. Which is fine, but it's like, if you're gonna make a good movie, make it... What the fuck? I never activated this? Make it a movie first. Make it something that anyone can follow, and then start throwing shit in. Work the references and source material around the story you're trying to tell, and make it to where it's easily followable for people who aren't fans of or haven't read or watched or played or done anything that relates to the source material. That's why video game movies suck for the most part, because they don't follow the source material. Even when they do, it's in a way that you can't relate to, really.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi Mario.
Yeah, then someone just a plain fucking joke like the live-action Mario movie. But anyway, Chase's thing wasn't that. Everything I'm talking about isn't necessarily that. It's the fact that he doesn't care for that, you know. And we already talked about it, and we already said, okay, thank you.
He's a little dick.
We already said why this was. It's not... He doesn't care for the whole, hello, I'm a superhero, you know. And they actually started getting rid of those personas a long fucking time ago. But then again, superhero movies try to take themselves a little too seriously, it seems, at times. Again, you see stuff. Even when Deadpool makes fun of you for being too dark, you know you're doing something wrong. Like...
Actually, I can get something behind Deadpool just because of the fact that it's funny.
Because it's a parody. Because it's a comedy first. It's not much of a superhero movie. First off, he's not even a superhero. He's an anti-hero. But it's a comedy. It knows what it is. With it, that's why Deadpool just works. because number one, it's self-aware, so it can make pretty much any kind of fucking joke it wants to, and it can break as many walls as it needs to. And it's a comedy first. Like, I forgot who it was. I think it was a Reactor channel. It was probably like the Real Rejects or something. But they were saying in one of their Deadpool reactions that when you go and see, or it might have been Double Toasted with their review or their whatever on it. When you go to see Deadpool, you're not there for the or for the action and for the fucking guns and the violence, because that is every superhero movie ever.
Off to the side.
Which side?
That side.
Oh, you're there for the comedy, because that's what Deadpool is known for, and that's, oh god, okay, that's cool, and that's what it's known for, is its comedy, and because of how the Wario, work with me, and because of how the comedy makes it what it is, because of how parody-ish it is, and self-aware it is. What was it? That's the come if I had to recommend an actual superhero movie, I would recommend Thor Ragnarok, because again, in a less Deadpool sense, it is still self-aware enough to make fun of itself, and it knows what it is, and it's a comedy first and foremost. Plus, it doesn't even follow what happened. I mean, it does in the beginning for what happened in the second film, and while the second film unanimously isn't considered good, I haven't seen it fully, so I can't really agree with that.
Go down there, no.
You don't need to really... All you need to know is like the end of the second film, because they talk about it briefly, you know? Mm-hmm. But besides, like, I could tell you what happens, and you'll be like, okay, and then you can watch Ragnarok and still get what's happening.
Yeah.
Once you're told what happens at the end of the last film, you don't necessarily have to even see it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a good... That was actually a good move. It was risky, but it was still a good move of the director. I forget his first name, but it's like Waititi was his last name. He's a comedy director first and foremost. Thor Ragnarok is, for all intents and purposes, a comedy before a superhero movie. And this type of movie, anyway, is still cool. Mark Mothersbaugh, I always forget how to pronounce that fucker's name. He worked with Josh Mansell on Crash and Jack, the soundtracks, yes. He worked on those with Josh Mansell, and he did the score for Thor Ragnarok. And it's 80s sci-fi space themed, and it's awesome, and it sounds cool, and the whole thing of it is we're on Sakaar, a different planet, and it's very much a space movie that's all sci-fi and superhero, and it's just, and it embraces that full-heartedly. It knows what it is, and it has fun with it. And that's what you need to do. That's what video game movies need to do. Like, even though it's, you know, Ragnarok is very much a storyline in the Thor comics, and it plays out differently. Hell, Infinity War played out differently in the comics than it did in the movie. There are whole characters I ended up finding out about later that they did not portray in the film, that had big parts in the comic. So it's very strange how that works, and yet the way they worked it up in the movie, because of how clever they did it.
Just press R on the thingy.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that over there. But because of how it's all about the director and the direction that the movie and the whatever else the adaptation goes in, you know. So like, they still made it work, and you can still follow the, you know, Ragnarok, you can still follow Infinity War, and it's fine. And both movies are good. That's cool. I totally hit A, but I'm not.
Wow.
Hey, you were saying? By the way, those are by pure chance. They fucking. They change every time.
Yeah.
It's always randomized. Do I have enough crystals? I don't even know how many I have. How many more I've collected? I need like 2 or 3 more, I think. I need 2 more. Wait, but I have...
1, 2... You need 1 more.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear another level. Another lovely level. And there was a little dude.
Oh, it's okay. We can
that wasn't a level.
We can like not grab him.
Wait, was that dude? Wait, go back up there.
Oh yeah, he is up here. Wait, hold on. We'll get back there.
So I think there's a garlic dude right there. Oh, like that.
Yeah. That's a truth fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, adaptations are a fickle thing. Also,
try to get it
the
right.
word fickle is weird. Shit! Fuck off! You tub of fat! You tub of lubba. Oh, there you go. You piece of shit. Where is Garlic Boy?
Look for him.
Oh, I thought you saw him and I
No.
missed him.
Well, again, I thought I saw him, but I don't know if there's one up here. Which is why you need to search
I hope so.
and destroy.
Search and thought and destroy.
Isn't that a song?
Probably.
I think it is. I don't know.
Okay, it's not here. It's just for baton. I don't want it. Actually, wait, there's probably more stuff up, like more up. I think.
More up.
No, you can't get more up than
No,
this. Okay.
you can't.
I saw just up there and I was like, I wonder if you can get up there.
Careful with the face bomb.
With the face balls. Whoop. These guys are weird. Most of the enemies in this game are just fucking strange. Okay, here's one.
Well, that's the evil black jewel for you.
Turning shit weird and making them all fucking
Like this little,
strange.
this little snow abomination thing.
Oh, like these levels. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, I remember one of these kinds of levels was really annoying in the sand world. I was like, oh my god, like I was getting like frustrated with it, and it was the first time I had gotten frustrated with Water World. I was like,
Can I just say too that this whole thing they finally got the fucking formula for fixed camera, right? Or for like this kind of camera, because this shit pisses me off in like any N64 game ever. But
the free roam camera.
well, it's not even so much as free roam, quote unquote, as it is. It's not free roam. No, I said fixed, but it's not even fixed either. It's just like it's adjustable to a certain. It's like a pivot camera, like it pivots. And I don't like that in N64 games because when they pivot around in 360 degrees, it doesn't work. It feels clunky and lazy. Well, okay, I can't say lazy because it was early for how they were. It's the first time experimenting with a camera like that. It's just that it didn't feel good to control. Let's say it that way, because it really didn't. Especially Mario 64. And that's the one thing that scares me about playing the N64 version of Banjo, is because it's probably not going to be all that great. I mentioned it in my quick reviews. Like, it feels good for 360. Also clipping. But, here we go. Tune in next time. We're going to face Winter Winster, my favorite.
Look at that.
Let's just see his creepy fucking face real quick.
Small ass body.
Hi guys, it's me,
Jesus
Winter
Christ,
Winster.
those eyes. Oh my god.
Yay!
Winter Winster.
I like him. He's a good boy.
Small ass body.
He's a blueberry boy.
How do you think he pees?
Very carefully.